this way is I'm getting to know this new recorder, see if anything has changed. Probably not. It's likely gonna do the same thing. The thing I don't like about this video recorder is, well, the circle's too big, but it'll have to do. And yes, I use a Vietnamese name, etc. You know, to, well, Vietnamese people like to scam, etc. You know, and I'm doing a lashing out code. You know, I've done for multiple recording crashes. There's his lining on his pants, but you know, I've gone through multiple crashes on this. You know, there comes a point to give up. 3 times, 3 or so recordings, you know, a long good recording, and it crashed. So I'm gonna give up after this. There comes a point in time to throw in the towel and give up. You know, when you tried multiple times. Yes, I changed in that Spec Ops suit to make it hard to shoot in Pubg. I recommend using the M29 LMG because the biggest magazine clip of 150. Put a gun shield on it. And the booty warriors snuck up behind me. I mean, those booty warrior females use their multiple dildos after me. I'm gonna see if this will crash as well. Who knows, might be able to get back to the match. But then those 3 females, you know, use their strap on and you know, attack me from behind. I collect out on the road and make road runs, as you're about to see. True godliness, true charity, true universalists. And I'm outside the safe zone. I need to. I also honk the horn and hold down the horn on vehicles in pubs. You know, I also keep on banging that bicycle horn. I keep banging on the bicycle bell multiple times as well. And the bicycles require no gas in pubs. Alright, sadly I'm outside the safe zone. And yes, the vehicle I like to use when I'm by myself, I give up, you know, when stuff like that happens, I just click that to piss off players, because I'm doing the last shot, and I don't get what that combat power stuff in Pubg's new update is about. I'm gonna see who got me. Dang. Well, at least he had a cool name and she had a cool name. Well, he obviously gonna be on. Reminds me of Night of the Living Dead 1968, that I think the first zombie movie. It was in black and white. Well, who knows? Maybe this recording might work, but more than likely it won't. I don't take any chances. Indeed, I was cannon fodder. As you can see, I just feel like being lazy. I'm not gonna keep moving around the circle of my face so you can see what's on the screen, because I'm getting lazy. I don't know why I'm impressed to show my ugly face, because by women's actions, they're mostly into guys that, they claim these guys are ugly, but they go for these type of guys all the time. These guys look like the other type of guy. Attitude and looks has nothing to do. That's what women find attractive, ugly to average looking guys. So, I guess y'all want to see my ugly face. The type of face no females find attractive on earth. I'm not going to talk about what things like we're going to crash like this. Anyway, here we go. And yes, I don't mind recording my failings, etc. in this recording and be lazy, because, well, I've gone through multiple crashes. I really wish, I don't know what's wrong with me. I should have gave up trying to record on Pubg, because I made long recordings, 20 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes or so recordings on Pubg, 3 times, and or more. And I don't get why I don't give up on this. I know I should give up. So, you also see my failings in these recordings. Or just speed up the failing part if you don't want to see it. Edit. Give a damn about sharing all this, because we already don't have no privacy set up, and it makes no difference. Well, it seems like I had a Japanese on my team, in Deadpool looking suit, Well, since it done that, I'm gonna try something stupid. Yeah, it is. Like it's gonna make any difference? Likely not. Likely won't even make no difference. But speed up my failings, etc. I'm recording the failings because I'm tired. I tried multiple times recording long recordings and it all went to waste. The recording shuts off and it turns into temporary files. Apparently, thankfully, I found that out. That when it shuts off, it goes to temporal files, and the files are movies. Go on, analyze your phone storage. If this one fails, I'm definitely giving up on it. I'm just gonna accept never making videos on Pubg. Because if I'm gonna record, because it's unpredictable how it shuts off the recording. This is surely a sign to give up. Now, usually before I go exploring in Pubg, I have to get at least a pistol, and I avoid using shotguns in Pubg because, I'm just not good at even the best shotgun in Pubg, the automatic shotgun. I mean, machine guns and pistols, mainly machine guns, are mainly the things I prefer to use in Pubg. And yes, when I'm on the ground, I use the health pack and that dark blue health pack as well when playing Pubg. And yes, on Pubg, I hold down that horn like God. And always take the pills mainly, and that blue Red Bull in Pubg. Keep that orange ball full, and take those injections from those airdrops, in the crate that has a blue roof on it, and it's red, and it has a red flare smoke that comes out of those crates. Usually find those injections, to make you fast as lightning. Whenever I'm in vehicles, I always equip the bandages so that if I'm being shot, the reason I don't like doing recordings on Pubg is it tends to freeze when the game freezes a lot more when I do recordings. That's another reason recordings, not just to keep crashing every single time. Man, I probably should set up roadblocks in the station. I don't use time to set up roadblocks in the station. Yes, I like to drive off-road with the vehicles, and even on foot you go faster off-road. Any type of road. You go a lot more faster than I've noticed in Pubg. And in PUBG, I mainly use the M29 LMG because you get a huge magazine and clip 150. I put a gun shield on. Then you got a beast of a gun. And the DP28. The great thing about the DP28, even though if it reloads the slowest and you can't do nothing about it, is you can put a gun shield that has lesser recoil than the M29 LMG. That's the main advantage about the DP28. You put a gun shield on it. Maybe I might be able to show you me getting those snipes. From player of mine. Show you. I'm getting tired, I don't really feel like, having me close to the mic of this phone I'm using, so I can speak. I'm getting tired. I've been failing multiple times with this recording. I don't get why I keep wasting my time. I shouldn't waste my time doing this. I should have gave up. I should have never mind making another recording. I should have gave up making a recording. I don't get why I'm so stupid making one. It's just retarded to me. But anyway, this is how I cope, or lash out, cope. I do lash it out, cope. I don't feel in the mood to get that. I got ladies that I was looking for. I can't always speak the mic, Lit me on fire. I don't give a dang. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm impressed to do. Don't matter what. Pigger. When I say pigger, I don't mean white people. I mean all races. When I say nigger, this includes white people, white skin, all skin color people. And yes, I prefer to post my recordings outside of PUBG so I can cuss and curse and talk about what I want to talk about. I have the freedom to do it. Set up another where must I go? I'm gonna set up another roadblock. Drop stuff in the road like God himself. Irritate, these normies. Tyrannical mother effers who torture you for no good reason. These goddamn normies. Maybe I should use this submachine gun. It's fast as lightning. I gotta be careful in getting out of here. I can't believe it. Still more of them. You see, I always keep that orange bar full. Because that gives you speed, especially taking the pills. I always prefer to take the pills over the blue Red Bull because it makes you fast, lightning. It keeps you alive. This keeps me alive in the game. And I always prefer to equip. You already get that. Hallelujah. M249 LMG. That's nice. Exactly what I've been looking for. Now I gotta situation. Put this out here like God himself. Drop this loot. You know, God himself would do this. Simply showing you God's example. See, the tyrannical majority are going to torture Pubg individuals like me. You know, we're going to torture them back. You know, the best solution is Mexican cartel, anarchy type of, you know, stuff. All the entire world knows. And I got to be careful, you know, I mean in the game. You know, the game of life. Dang. Oh yeah, I got pretty bad, terrible situation. Yep, pro players tend to like to go around here. That's the problem. They tend to like to snipe. See, I like to avoid areas where they have pro players. Any areas that have pro players, I avoid. And you know, I don't care how boring it is for the gameplay for you guys to watch going the same place over and over. Well, I'm not making exceptions for this recording. Try to go to different places. And yes, I don't give a damn. Just speed it up. And the sniper's likely to get me. And yes, I'm not into refueling my gas tank in that gas station. Pro players like to hang around where I've died most of the time. In this game, I like to avoid places with pro players hang out. Like to end up dead. Yes, as you can see, I prefer to pursue my passion and set up and build as possible. Get back at the tyrannical food. Now, don't misunderstand. I don't know what's the best. A tyrannical few, feudal lords of communists likely, or a tyrannical individual, monarchism, a pope, etc. I don't know what's the best thing, or anarchy, etc. I don't know. So, I stay away from what I don't know. I guess never mind. It's outside the safe zone. I'm not taking chances. I'll just drive through here. Yes, I like to drive off-road. Maybe on the dirt road it's different. I don't know. Maybe on dirt road you go faster, but on concrete road you definitely go slower. Doing here, setting up roadblocks, honking the horn. That's true God. Even though if we go back in the church age, we can still mess around. There gotta be more of the Tourette's guy, cussing out random people, public settlement, being strong enough and healthy enough to do that, instead of being a wimp, shooting around, etc. You know what I'm talking about. Gotta be careful what I say, lest I get in trouble. See, I learned to work with the tyrannical democracy. You learn how to work with it. That includes anything. If you don't know what is best, it's best to leave it alone, unless you get in a worse situation. Well, I'm in the mood for venting, lashing out, quote. Even though if it's easier to shoot me in this vehicle here, this car, than the Jeep, it makes it more louder, irritating. Or maybe this one makes the most loud, irritating. It's all just a lash out, I suppose. The great thing about the heavy stock. The great thing about this heavy stock is it lowers the recoil on the M249 LMG. It lowers the recoil and makes it easier to fire. I'll demonstrate how. See that bad recoil? You put this, thing here, this attachment. Less recoil. I always use the roof on these type of vehicles to make it harder to shoot. I'm like set up more roadblocks like God himself. This is, man, I nearly fell in the trap. They can easily blow me up on that. I'm gonna avoid the pro players. Yup, Jewish land is very good. Vietnam, gay, non-vagina. Yes, I'm gonna hide it out. They got my good, they got my. I feel like, busting up the curves. Here's the airdrops I talked about earlier in the video. I gotta be careful, someone could snipe me. You be careful in this game, someone can always snipe you. There's the injection, makes you fast as lightning. Gotta be careful, I could get sniped. Whenever you need airdrop, be careful, you could get sniped. I'm shocked this recording has lasted this long, because on the default, like, phone recorder, it'll never last for 35 minutes. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's lasted this long. Maybe downloading a recorder outside of your phone recorder is the solution. I don't know. Nothing's guaranteed. This life will all end up in disaster. One thing I've noticed is to be realistic, which realism is pessimism. You notice life gets worse no matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you don't do nothing wrong. As a matter of fact, if you don't commit sins, if you don't do evil or sin or do certain bad things, etc., your life gets worse. You get tortured even more. So the more sins and evil you commit, etc., like, I guess, throwing and lashing out coke like what I be doing, life is still gets worse, but it's more manageable in some type of way. Life gets better in a way. Life never does. Life just gets worse. And that's the way it is. As a part of the individual. Be careful what you post online, etc., because this sadistic, tyrannical majority of people of all races and nationalities, they love getting new people to kill them. Do whatever they do, etc. Well, it looks like I'm gonna end up dead, but once I piss off players, yeah. Probably one of the tyrannical majority of people dismissed, etc. I know I can't defeat him, so, might as well keep holding that horn. I can get it done. God himself would be doing what I be doing. While he came on this earth. See, Jesus, he didn't have to deal with none of this problem stuff. He didn't have to deal with high-tech technology stuff. So, and plus our humans were much more weaker. Manipulation of sound waves, etc. That's worse than hearing the most loudest sounds, noise, etc. Even though Jesus had to deal with louder hammering, very difficult to do like Jesus in like an old day. 1800s, maybe you could do it. Maybe they don't have this type of, technology they like to do on target individuals, etc. To y'all who are, well, you get the point. To y'all who are, into very strictly guarding your privacy, etc., keep doing it. You don't want to end up in my terrible situation. And keep being careful when you post on social media, unless you end up in those thought this was crazy. Yes, I do get attached. By these same people who don't want me posting what I post because in some ways they're glad I posted the stuff I posted. You know, about the bags, the jab, etc. You know, that type of stuff. You know, they enjoy it to get stupidity. The solution I've came to is, well, we already know what I talked about it earlier. Because, you know, you're being tortured severely as a target individual. Even if you ain't a target individual. So, what you got to do? You get shot in sound waves, you get shot in these ways that push your mind, etc. So I understand, you know, this guy himself. And I gotta concentrate what's on in front of me. I don't give a damn. He's likely one of those people has a very good phone, so he can use it to shoot me. Or who knows what can happen. I know I stand no chance, so I might as well ignore him. Or her, I don't know the gender. And I prefer to use your opinion. I'm dead. I'm likely gonna end up dead. I'm being real. That last play got me. I'm out. I'm so dead. I'm out of the commission, as they say. I'm likely gonna end up dead. You know. So I understand people who go to haunted houses, you know, use Ouija boards, etc., contact, you know, ghosts, etc. I get it. You know, but I'm not doing that because, well, I got weak ass lungs. I would likely die of an asthma attack, you know, sleeping.